Hi, I'm Sarah Freeman, and this is Krista Starn, and we are excited to work out with you today. Today's workout is part of our Breakthrough series. It's an intermediate level workout that will take you through a series of moderate to high intensity movements. Today, we'll be focusing on increasing or expanding on some of those foundational movements that we might have learned in a beginner's series. And we're really going to be drawing on that endurance and strength and calling on the Lord to help us move our bodies and to break through. Okay, so for our first set, we're actually going to start down on the mat. So we're going to go ahead and get into a glute bridge position. And each movement is going to be about 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. We'll start with 3 different movements and I'll walk you through those as we go. So let's start with a marching glute bridge for 45 seconds. Here we go. Heels press down into the mat. And then we're going to lift up through the hips. And we're going to bring in one knee and then the other. Keeping those hips up, heels pressed into the mat, using that core to stabilize. Good job. Got about 10 more seconds here. If you ever need to just stop and press back and hold that glute bridge, it's a good place to be. Go ahead and rest. 15 seconds. Our next movement, we're going to go ahead and grab one weight. We're going to take that weight up overhead, straighten those arms as we lower that weight back up over our head, back to center, and then a little crunch as we lift that weight towards the ceiling. Make sure we're using those obliques, those core muscles, to lift our chest and that weight up towards the ceiling. Don't allow that back to come up off the mat as you lift that weight over your head. And rest. Good. Next movement. We're going to draw those knees into about a 90-degree angle here. We're going to touch them back to the mat, and then we're going to roll up into a little crunch. So it's a reverse crunch with a toe touch. You can plant your hands here or bend through the elbows. Really working those lower obliques this time. Good job. 45 seconds on each movement. And rest. Good. Maybe draw those knees in, rock it out a little bit. We're going to go right back into those glute bridges, warming everything up here. And go. So press back up into that glute bridge and then marching one knee in at a time. Modification for this would be just a glute bridge here, pressing full range of motion. Really working to contract those glutes and hamstrings, engaging those core muscles. And rest. Back to that pull over with a crunch. So grab your weight, press that back into the mat. Weight goes straight up over your chest. And we're going to lower When we get to that full extension, we engage those lats, the big muscles in the back, and then pull up through that core. Good. Stay with it. Really starting to feel it through that center of your body, and rest. All right, get planted again. Again, think about drawing that core in, pressing that back down, and we're gonna lift, crunch those knees in, and lower. So we can stay here, or we can extend those legs for a leg drop to a reverse crunch here. Go at your own pace, wherever your body is today. We just don't want that back to come up off the mat. And rest. Pull those knees in. Little rock side to side. We've got to do it one more time before we get a little bit of a longer rest here. So plant those heels. Lift up, squeeze, and then start moving those knees. You really want to make sure that we're relaxed through the head, neck, and shoulder here. Our glutes and our core is doing all of the work. Pressing into that heel that is grounded on the mat. Good job. And rest. Reset. Press that back into the mat. Get that weight up overhead. Right up towards the ceiling. And go. Lower and lift and crunch. Lower, crunch. Starting out by working all of those core stabilizing muscles. Making sure our body's nice and warmed up before we pick up the pace a little bit. And rest. Good job. All right, last one in this set. Once again, ground that back into the mat. Core is nice and contracted. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift. Just a little bit of a lift of those hips. We want the obliques, the core to be doing all of that work there. And again, if you need a little bit more of a challenge, you can extend those legs for a full leg drop. Good job. And rest. Nice. Go ahead and pull those knees in. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe extend your legs and your arms out for a nice big stretch. All right. We're going to move on. Here we go. Our next set, we're actually going to move our mats out of the way. And I'm going to show you what our next movement is going to be. We're going to start with renegade rows. So for these renegade rows, you can grab a set of weights. We're going to come into a plank position here, and we're going to row one weight up and then the other. You can also do them without weights, so unweighted, a plank row here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. 45 seconds. Go. Trying to keep our hips as stable as possible. Drawing that weight up by your rib cage. Elbow goes up towards the ceiling. 10 seconds. And rest. Nice. We're going to move those weights out of the way. Our next move, 45 seconds. We're going to do a push-up to a mountain climber. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? Join me now. Push up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. You can drop to those knees for that push up and then back up. "20 seconds. Remember to go at your own pace here. And rest. Nice. We're going to come up to standing. Our next 45 seconds of work, twisted skaters. We're going to do a little hop and a step. Going right into it. Getting that heart rate up. Ten. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. Take a little breath here. Maybe grab some water. We're going to go back from the top. And 10. Go ahead and get ready. Renegade rows. And go. Slow this one down a little bit. Good job. Three. Rest. Good job. Move those weights out of the way. Get ready. Short little rest here. We're right into those push-ups to a mountain climber. Here we go. Drop down. Push up. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. Keep going. You can drop that push-up if you need to. Just hold a plank and then into those mountain climbers. One more. And rest. Whew, good job. Okay, back to those skaters, twisted skaters. You can use a weight or you can drop the weight. Just move side to side. And go. Stay focused. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. Push through. Five seconds. And rest. Good job. All right, big breaths here. Shake it out. Gotta do that one more time. It's okay if you're starting to feel warm. Take a deep breath. Let's reset. Back to those renegade rows. Strong and stable. Here we go. You can drop to your knees. If you drop to your knees, I want you to just make sure that your chest and your shoulders are still over top of those weights. And that you have a nice straight line down your back. Three, one, rest. Very good. Oh, why am I standing up? We're staying down. One more time. All right, here we go. You keep up where you're at. Keep up with those push-ups and mountain climbers. If we need to hold that plank, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, that's good too. Go. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Rest. Good job. Last round of skaters. We can do this. We'll get a recovery after this. 2, 1, go. Fifteen seconds. Three, 2, 1, rest. Nicely done.